Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Robbie here, and I have a video for you. It's not the video that I was going to upload. I'm still working on a couple right now, but I found something today that was amazing and at the same time not amazing. It is I would say it's a treatise on education and how important is education in American schools today, especially when the Department of Education is either being gutted or eliminated altogether. There is a woman, I use that term loosely. Uh, Her name is Emily, and she goes by the handle of Emily Saves America. I want you to see how she saves America with her intelligence and her logic. Just a word of warning. Although this girl is really quite beautiful, she's very stupid, and I'm sorry, her voice is very, very annoying. I'm sorry about that. So just be prepared. You've been warned.
So I'm just supposed to believe everything I'm told. So you're telling me that these astronauts were in space and we got them back down. So you're telling me these people were in what looks like a metal Dorito going at what speed? Because, they were in space or Hollywood, California. I don't know. So they're coming down at genuinely what speed? Extremely fast. When you hit water at a certain point, it's just cement. And then the thing that stopped them was little whatever they are, like airbags in the sky. That was able to slow them down. Then they hit the water and were okay. Oh, by the way, look at the sky. No chemtrails. Where were they? How was the sky perfectly blue? And then dolphins surrounded them? And then they were just like, okay. How dumb do you think we are?
Okay, everybody. She's asking a valid question. How dumb do we think she is? Put your answer below in the comments. I'd like to know how dumb you think she is, because airbags in space and a Dorito shaped thing, whatever the fuck she said, parachutes is the word actually that she's looking for. Now I want you to see in the next clip, she would explain her reasoning for this, because space and astronauts and airbags in the sky, well, she has her reason for talking about all of that.
Oh, you came down from space and your airbags stopped you? Your little parachutes? You were good? I got in a car accident going like maybe 20 miles per hour. My airbags went off, shattered my fucking arm, gave me literally like concussions and whiplash. Now imagine if I fell from fucking space and that happened.
Do you get her logic? Do you see where she is coming from? Perhaps her concussion was more serious than she thought. There's more. This woman is, well, girl, whatever she is, she's definitely MAGA. We know that. And I'm going to show you some clips next that illustrate that prove that she is MAGA. And she also has admitted it. She's a Trumper. Actually, that's too nice of a word for her. She is a MAGA moron, and she calls herself an influencer. I don't know what she's or who or what she does. I'm an influencer, okay? Anybody can call themselves an influencer. So I'm an influencer. I am your favorite social media influencer. That's me, Mr. Robbie. And because, if she can call herself an influencer, well, what the hell, so can I. So let's get on with a little bit more of Emily, because she really has something to say. She's got an opinion.
It's funny because every time I've like debated someone on the left, they're like, we're the party of law and order. That's why we didn't want a felon as president. But I'm like, but what's your obsession with defending criminals? That's what I don't understand.
And we'll bring crime back to law and order.
We'll repeat your We'll repeat your
Wow. Wow. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. Somebody convicted of 34 felonies is actually a criminal, but she doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand. And she claims that, well, what is their obsession with Trump? Well, it's called accountability. How about that? Taking responsibility and being accountable for your actions, especially when you are a 34-time felon and an adjudicated rapist. But she has more to say about the illegals.
But right now with the deportations going on, I'm like, these are serious criminals. First of all, you're in this country illegally, so gotta go. I don't even care past then.
Where to begin? That is the question. Serious criminals. Well, first of all, not all of the deported illegal people are serious criminals. It has been documented recently and in the past, even before Trump was president the first time, and even while Biden was president as well. But if you want to be more current, just look how many American citizens have been deported illegally. How about that? How about that, Emily? Deported to some of the worst prisons in the world, in Venezuela. How about that, Emily? The United States Supreme Court has blocked the return of a law-abiding, legal American citizen to the United States. They have blocked that. Why? Because Trump doesn't want him. You know, he doesn't want to be accountable for his actions. He won't ever say sorry for anything that he's ever done. So this poor guy is an American citizen who has no criminal record, but maybe has a tattoo. Maybe that was the problem. He has a tattoo and he's a foreigner, but he is a legal American citizen. So he has to stay in Venezuela. Supreme Court says so. Now, there are also lots of other, not just Americans are being deported. Recently, well, take a look at this. Look on the internet, Emily, and find out how many countries are giving warnings to their citizens traveling to the United States and, in effect, calling the United States a no-go country because the governments of other countries are fearful for their citizens traveling to the United States. A very well-known MMA coach, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name because I'm not an MMA fan and follower, but it's in the news. I read it. He is a German, I believe German MMA coach, a world-known champion who was supposed to give a talk in Chicago, and when he arrived in the United States, he was arrested. Why? Nobody knows. Do you know why? Because the Border Patrol police are not obligated to give a reason why a person is detained or deported. So this man, who had done nothing wrong and had his visas, though there must have been, I believe, there could have been something wrong with his visa, not his application, but who knows, maybe he checked the wrong box or something. I don't know. But he was not given a reason. He was detained for 12 hours in a jail in I guess Chicago somewhere, and then deported the next day, 12 hours later, back to Germany. This happens every day. This type of thing happens every day. As I said, the Border Patrol police on any border do not have to, on any entry point, do not have to give a reason for deporting anybody. People with tattoos are being picked up and deported because the border police, they don't like their tattoo. Whatever it is, they don't have to give a reason. Emily, you should know that the country that has the most people who overstay their visas in the United States, you know where they come from? They do not come from south of the border. No, 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 no. They're not the brown people. These are the people in Canada. They're called Canadians. They are the people who overstay their visas most often than anybody else. Anybody else. Are they criminals? Oh my God. They want to take your daughters. They want to stay in the country and work and pay taxes. Oh my God, we don't want any of that. Oh no, 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 no. So send them back because we don't want them in the country. Now, Emily did say that she has debated liberals. And, well, let's take a look at one of those debates. I wouldn't say it's really a debate, more of a discussion that I guess turned into a debate. I'm not sure. But take a look at this because it's going to blow your mind.
If everyone in a state wants something, go ahead and have it.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead.
Emily is apparently an advocate for bringing back slavery to any state that wants it. As long as the people vote for it in that state, they can have it. My God, what is wrong with this woman? Let's say that actually happened, okay? Where do you think all of the black people are going to leave? The black and the brown people. Where do you think? You think they're going to stay in that state? No. So let's say they all leave. How about that? Then who's going to be your slaves? Who's going to be the slaves? You're going to enslave white people? Or you're going to go to Africa and kidnap more people so you can have your slaves again? Is that, you know, it almost makes my head explode. The insane logic that MAGA morons have. Unfortunately, they also have free speech, but go to school and fucking learn something. My God, get some experience out in the world, outside of your white bread world, and meet people and experience different cultures and talk to people. So yes, Emily is a moron. Can she be helped? I don't know. She might be too far gone. I'm not sure. I do want to explain that this person that she was talking to in that debate discussion, I don't know his name, but he did say in an earlier part of their talk that he was brought up in a very, very strong conservative home, and he was also a Trump supporter. But you know what he said? He was asked, and it's not in this clip, but I'll just tell you, he was asked in that discussion how he became a liberal, and his answer was very simple. It's called education. Those are his words. It's called education. He educated himself. He didn't believe everything that he was told. He started to not believe everything he was told by the MAGA moron cult, which unfortunately, that is the majority of the MAGA morons, though a lot of them are now starting to see the light that Trump is an asshole. He's destroying the country in many, many ways, not just economically, culturally, in many, many ways. We have more enemies now in the world than, or adversaries now, than friends in the world. I'm American. I don't live in the United States, and thank God I don't. And I'll just say this. If now it is almost summertime and many people around the world are thinking of planning or have already planned their vacations, think twice about going to the United States. Think twice. I'm sorry, if you are a travel agent in the United States, or you depend on, or if you're a travel agent anywhere and you depend on travelers to the United States, I'm really very sorry. I do not recommend anyone who is not an American citizen, and even then could be risky, from traveling to the United States from outside the United States. I'm just saying. Because the climate now is, if you have a tattoo, or if you're wearing a different different types of clothing, if you look differently somehow, you look at a border agent strangely, well, you might just be taken away to Venezuela. So I'm saying be cautious. Think about where you want to go for your vacation, and maybe change your plans. I'm sorry, like I said, if you are a travel agent or somebody who depends on travel to the United States for your income, you can blame Trump for this. You can do that. And maybe your lobbyists, your unions, can get together to fight the insanity. Because, like I said, there are more adversaries of the United States than there are friendly countries right now. And it's not only economics. It's not only economics. Trump has done away with LGBTQ plus rights. He has done away with transgender rights. And especially if you are a transgender person, I really do not recommend going to the United States, at least not while Trump is president, really. Why? Well, because you're going to be arrested and sent to Venezuela, probably. Or, at the very least, you'll be deported back home. Transgender passports, I'm told, and I don't know this from personal experience, but many countries allow their transgender citizens to have a passport, and instead of it checking off the box for male or female, for transgender, it's an X, I believe. In many countries, they just have an X or some other kind of symbol, that, or non-binary with an X, whatever it is. If you have a passport like that, please do not go to the United States. And I'm American, and I'm telling you this, do not, because you will have more headaches than you will have fun. And America can be a very fun place. I know, I grew up there, but I don't live there anymore. So please, take care of yourselves. Do the safe thing. Do the safe thing. This is Mr. Robbie, and yeah, I don't usually go on about something like this so long, but it is, because I am a foreigner also in the country that I live in. And so foreigners' rights are very important to me, wherever you are. Foreigners' rights are important to me. And so they're close to my heart. And even though I'm not in the United States, I still am a foreigner somewhere. So this is Mr. Robbie saying thank you again for listening. Please, if you like this video, if you found it if you found the information helpful to you, if you like the type of thing that I do, please consider subscribing and commenting and sharing my videos and smashing that bell, because it really, really, really does help the algorithm help to get my videos out to more people. And I would appreciate it if you can do that. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mr. Robbie, and you will see me later in the next video.